Wow, May is already come and gone. And you know what? We're on the first day of June, and I just want to recap what May was like and share about two or three stories of borrowers of ours from the several that we helped this month. The first was Tom and Emily. Tom and Emily are moving to Sacramento. Tom's about to start a second career, essentially, with one of the major healthcare systems here in town. As boomers, they've owned homes before, and they had a good idea of what they wanted. And they found the perfect home in East Sacramento, and we were able to quickly help them to acquire that home, which they think is going to be their forever home. Pretty exciting. The second example would be a little more to first-time buyers. We had Brian and Danielle, and the realtor who brought them to me, who's been a longtime partner of ours, was actually Danielle's godfather. So he's known her since she was born. It was pretty important that we do a good job. Well, they had some challenges because they had some disputed items on their credit report. But we worked through the system, we worked through the issues, and we still provided them with an FHA home, a loan for a home in less than 30 days. And then there was Rhonda. Rhonda and her husband, we did their loan the first time over 20 years ago. But you know what? Not all things last, and their marriage wasn't. And so we needed to approach a cash-out refinance for Rhonda so that her soon-to-be ex-husband could move into the new direction of his life. And we were successful to put that together too. Behind every loan, there's a story. Let's talk a little bit about the marketplace as well. That's the second topic for today. And in today's market, we had a May that was basically flat housing, which is not much movement in prices. So if you're a seller thinking that just because you're coming to market you're going to get more, you maybe want to have a serious talk with the agent that's going to list it for you and get dialed into what your neighborhood's really doing. And that's because interest rates have not yet come down. They've been a little bit volatile, in fact. We started with treasuries at 4.20 and the interest rates at about 6 7/8. We went all the way up to 7.25 in less than 2 weeks and then back down under 7 again. May was just one of those little roller coasters. So what's the long-term outlook? Well, the long-term outlook for interest rates is still declining, which means that home prices, although they're stabilizing, are probably going to be just fine. So if you're a first-time home buyer, you should still be looking at the opportunities today because it's time in the home, not timing the market, that's important. The final topic I want to share because it's in the news is Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac might privatize. What does that mean to you as a home buyer or a homeowner? Probably absolutely nothing, because Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac, one chartered in the 1930s and the other in the 1970s, have always been a way to add liquidity to the housing market. They are two of the agencies that help keep the overall cost of housing down. And whether they're privately run like they were up until 2008, or if they are quasi-government agencies as they are today, they perform a vital function and a necessary function that's not going to change in our marketplace.